WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from Kilkerran, the 8-year-old cask strength here from 2021. This is the first Fill Oloroso cask, Whiskybase 176854 batch 5. All right. So now there's a little story to be told. This was bottled on the 12th of January 2021. And the original price in the UK was £48. So for me, about 55 euros. For you, maybe 60 some dollars. This is the 56.9% ABV. Now, I was lucky enough and I bought this bottle at 70 euros. So 70 euros was a little bit like, oh, I don't know, but I did it. Oh, good cork. And I was very happy that I bought it. I did the bottle share. It was gone within minutes. Everyone got a little bit and it was good. And then I was like, wait a second. The prices are just exploding. What's going on here? This is still online, by the way. This is about a month after I bought the bottle, and it's now online for 110 euros. So that's basically double the price that it originally should have been. And it's basically just stuck in the shops now at 110 euros. Why? Because people are greedy. People are greedy to get as much money from this bottle as possible. Now, what we have here is the same effect that I'm going to call the Springbank effect. This is their sister distillery, and this is going to be my my comparison whiskey. Now, it's only 43%. Did I say that right? It's only 46%, and but yet this bottle was also a bottle that was sold out within days over here in Germany. Something's happening over here in Germany. Someone told people the secret that Springbank is yummy. And since Kilkerran belongs to that same company, basically, what is it called? Wow, my glasses. J&A Mitchell & Co. Limited. Everyone wants to buy this. So maybe Roy from Aquavita Aquavite is a little bit of a too good of an evangelist. He started evangelizing about the cask strength editions here from Kilkerran, and everyone bought them. And now I'm also telling the story of what happens after everyone buys them, that people raise the price, and it's very difficult to even find these bottles at all. Now, I do know that batch number 4 had 15,000 bottles. I do know that batch number 1 and batch number 2 of the cask strength from Kilkerran with the sherry was also 9,000. Wow, 9,000 bottles. I do not know what number 3 was. I do not know number 5. But usually they don't go down in the amount of bottles they produce. They usually stay the same or even increase because, hey, we know that the market will support that. So let's assume, I'm going to make an ass of you and me, that there were 15,000 bottles worldwide. That's not a bad actual bottling. That's a fairly good sized. And even the people in Switzerland and the people over in Belgium are writing on Whiskybase and so on. Are the Germans crazy? Why are they paying 110 euros for this when I only paid 70 in my country? Or why are they paying then 110 euros when the original price over in England was only 48 pounds? Now, the real danger here for us consumers, I'm going to call it a danger, is that companies like Springbank look and say, hey, the whiskey is going in the normal markets in our normal countries that we sell to for double the price we're putting it out. Why are the retailers getting the money? Why don't we get the money? And so what's going to happen is if they're smart enough, Springbank is going to raise the price. And they're going to actually keep some of that money for themselves and rather let the retail stores get all that big cut, which is not wrong from an economic point of view, but from the consumer point of view, it's just like, oh, it's overheated, that whiskey market at the moment, and Springbank even more so. If my intelligence is correct, in the year 2020, due to COVID-19, Springbank actually was closed for 5 months. That does not help at all to reduce the pressure on the price. So it's actually pushing the pressure up on the price. And so let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so I was lucky enough to get one of these seldom sought after bottles. I opened it, I shared it. I made hopefully at least 13 different people happy with that bottle share. I actually bought four of these bottles and shared them. So some people got 10 CL, some people just got 5 CL, and so on. So that's a total of let's say 30, 40 different people actually had a nice little portion of the 15-year-old from Springbank. Yay me. Um, all right, this is a sherry bomb. I get a little bit of that typical, I look at a little bit, I get a massive amount of that typical Oloroso. And it was a first fill Oloroso. You could put in front of me a Glendronach cast strength. You could put in front of me a Tamdu cast strength. You could put in front of me an Abelauer cast strength. You could put in front of me the Aaron cast strength. All these are sherry bombs. And actually, I'm doing a tasting in a few weeks with my people. We also have 46 sets sent out with exactly that criteria. We picked 6 different sherry cast strengths, and we're going to compare them blind and see which one we like the best. Glenarchy, 10-year-old cast strength that's in there as well, which was declared Whiskey of the Year from someone again. And so this could have been exactly in that same category. Unfortunately, it's limited. Unfortunately, it's rare. Unfortunately, the prices were just way too high to do that for me. I would be willing to pay 60, 70 euros for a bottle like this. If it was standard core range. That's what the other bottles were going for, basically, somewhere between 50 and 70 euros. And so that's not a bad price. Going over here to Springbank. Oh, now Springbank does not have that typical sherry bomb moment. This has, I'm not going to use the word funk. This has a little bit of sweet wood. This has a little bit of an interesting type of aroma. Very special and very nice. Trying not to use the word funk. I should have a little bass stringle wonk every time I say it, just like they do on the Whiskey Tribe. All right, cheers. Hmm? There's a tiny little bit of sulfur in there. If you're oversensitive to sulfur, maybe avoid this bottle. I am sensitive, and now that I tasted it, I do catch it a little bit on the nose, but I had it more in the mouth and the palate. I have some black breakfast tea. I have a lot of that sherry moment in there. I would assume, I think there was a little bit of European oak and a little bit of American oak, maybe 50-50, maybe 730. I get a little bit of chocolate notes in here as well. I like this. This is very nice. This is a C plus nice. I could exchange it, as I said, with a Abelauer, that Abelauer sweeter. The Glendronach cast strength was not as sweet as this was. Um, nice, nice, nice. Nothing to write home about. I don't get that typical Kilkerran moment. At least I don't. I get a lot of sherry up front and a tiny little bit behind. This was 8 years and a first fill Oloroso, and natürlich the Oloroso basically dominates most of what you're tasting here. All right, Springbank 15. This whiskey has more depth. This has more complexity. I have transitions. I have a sweet wood in there. I have a little bit of a, um, mm, I have a little bit of funk. I have a little bit of an oak in there going on. I have a little bit of chocolatiness. I have barley. I have a lot of different things going on here. I have some herbal moment, a lot of herbal moment in there. Very, very nice. If I had the choice between the two of those, I would always go for the Springbank. Personally, I like Springbank. I do like Kilkerran as well, but I'm just trying to say that all the hype around this bottles, it's not worth a price tag of 110. It's worth a price tag between 60 and 70. Yes, I would buy that again, maybe for that price. I would try other things as well, but it's just not worth that price tag, way above the 100 mark. So be careful. Buyer beware, using the words from Ralphie. Now, if you found this in your store for 48 pounds and you like a sherry bomb, buy it. If you found it in your store someplace else for around 70 euros, maybe $85, if you really are a fan of Kilkerran, buy it. Now, if you find in your store for 110 euros or $150 or something like that, pass. It's not worth the hype. Personal opinion. Hey, here at the Springbank, if you find this, buy it. I think 80 was the going rate over here in Germany for this. Some people had 20 euros cheaper, some people had 20 euros more expensive, but this is a very, very nice whiskey. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can actually recommend it and say, hey, if you see the green box of the 15-year-old, go for it. I'm not sure if Madeira 17 that was worth the price they were asking for it, but this definitely is, in my opinion. Thank you very much. My question of the day is what is your favorite Campbelltown whiskey? It could be from one of the 3 distilleries that make up the region of Campbellton. Is it the Kilkerran? Is it something maybe from Springbank? Maybe the Hazelburn? Maybe the Springbank? Maybe the Longrow? Or is it maybe something from Glen Scotia? All right, there's a lot of good whiskeys out there from Campbellton. I enjoy a good Campbelltown whiskey. I always have, always will. And I think you can also find a gem there just waiting to be discovered. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic, who knows, whiskeys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, tell others, and share the video if you're so kind. All the best. Bye-bye.